Well, I got it flipped around. And this is left-handed. I think I'm better off on the other side using my right hand. There we go. I don't want to be a complete idiot here. Anyway, what I was saying about the people from that church, it was very moving to watch them all interact with each other. I'm not sure my toggle isn't working. You're walking ahead, so I can't see you. And I can't.
I'll walk back here.
No, you don't have to be this subservient person.
5 paces.
Anyway, they brought their own chorus, choir, I guess you will call it.
Musicians.
Yeah, the musicians.
Really good.
And they were very entertaining. And they had a drummer. I don't think I've ever seen a drummer, but he's like a really light touch jazz drummer.
Very, very nice.
And so church was entertaining. I usually go because I like to hear the music. I think the chorus, choir, as it's called, they do an excellent job. And that's because there's so many professional musicians in LA. It would be hard to staff up something amazing if you wanted. Now we're going downhill. I don't know how far we're going to make this walk go. I'm having a hard time making the toggle function. And it looks like we're, whoa. See, that's the dangerous part of this. You're walking on LA sidewalks. They are rather uneven, as I've demonstrated before. And if you look as we go past this part, here, I'm gonna just do a little down, down. Come on. I'm toggling and it's not operating. I'm not sure what's going on. No, it won't tilt for me. I'm trying to show there. You see how bad that sidewalk is? That's pretty much what it's about. Do you want to be in our video? Well, you know, it might be some new superstar. Could have been some Hollywood people. We don't know. Although I've rarely run into anybody I would consider famous, just wandering around.
Look at that, how they painted that, show that. That's pretty impressive. I've seen that
Yeah,
before.
let's have a look at it. Whoops. There we go. That's the house. Rather interesting painting scheme on it. Okay, you want to go this way?
Yeah.
1 block and then back of the other. All right. Oh, now it's turning. It wasn't turning before. There. It's actually focused on the lovely Donna. And I'm sure my calling her lovely would get unanimous consent because she is.
Look, there's the guy. all this.
Oh yeah, some of these homes.
Get
I'm going to turn around to show you this home. This is really a nice place.
fruit on the tree. Come up here a little.
Oh yeah. This isn't super wealthy, but they're not slums, that's for sure. And it's not really noisy. And there are an awful lot of places that they buy and just tear them down. Looks like a pretty fine home, and whammo, it's gone.
There, film that. That's very
Oh yeah,
unusual.
yeah.
It's a type of cactus,
And
blooming cactus.
you might look at this tree. This is public property, so you can pick these when they're ready.
Yeah. Big lemons. Very
Yeah,
nice.
nice lemons.
Yeah, very nice. But the right ones.
You think about all of the fruit
Loads up there.
and things of nature and horticulture that died in these fires. California
We need
is
somebody
so
tall
unique
with
in the
us.
number of trees, the kinds of trees. What I like best about California is the variety of trees. They have such a variety. I've never been anywhere that had this many trees. And there's some of them are gigantic, and some of them are like little midgets. And there's lots of interesting grasses and bushes. None of it native to the area, hardly at all. I read once that natural habitat in Orange County is maybe 3%. It's probably less in LA. I've seen pictures of the LA River when it was a meandering river. Totally different than the concrete thing it is today. Now up here is a car that I saw last summer. And at that time it had Texas license plates on it. But you'll see in a moment what a crazy paint job this has got.
We could cross.
No, I think I can do it from here and get past these other cars. Okay. Now, I don't know if I can zoom. No, that zoom thing still isn't working. It only zooms if you're facing forward. But look at that car.
Let's cross. Can't see it very well.
Okay. Yeah, it still has Texas plates on it. But look at that thing glisten.
Wow.
That is quite a
And
car.
that's a Tesla.
It's a Tesla. Might have even been built in Texas because Tesla has a plant there too.
I don't think you can get the full appreciation of the color. Look at the side too.
As you can see, quite a car.
Wow.
Fanciest Tesla I ever saw. Well, we're beginning to get fog. We're gonna have to sprint and go home before the fog lands on us heavy, and we won't find our way. Actually, I've only seen fog that heavy a couple of times in all the years I've lived here. Costa Mesa has some pretty good fogs, but it's a lot closer to the beach. What's the matter? Did you run out of words to say? Perhaps I did. A blabbermouth who can't blabber? That's not good. This is the first time we've walked this way for quite a while. Oh, look.
Can't see the buildings up on Wilshire.
Show you another load.
Here by the minute.
Yeah. Here, let me turn around. There we go. Rather foggy. Yep, very foggy. Now here is a fully laden orange tree. Look at that thing. Is that not a beautiful sight? Donna has one, but this year it's not full. Last year, overwhelming, and the tangerines didn't come out. This year, the tangerines are great. Orange trees, not so great. So here we are, down to Manning now. This might actually get me up to 2 miles for the day.
That hedge is way too high.
Yes, it is. Now, they're very fond of hedges here. Now, I believe that the hedges, let's cross over to this corner. The hedges lent to the spread of the wildfires. When a hedge is clipped, all the clippings go down inside the hedge, and the dry, dead leaves lay there for years. So you get one ash that falls into a hedge, you have a bonfire. One bonfire leads to another, and there are hedges everywhere in California. And some of them are so gigantic. And then, as I was saying, the tree varieties here. Some are very oily trees. Some have a lot of shag bark on them. They're a torch, just waiting to go. You get a flame in them. They can look green, but they just go up like a bomb. And I think I may have actually run out of things to say. And that's a sad note.
Here's an example
Here,
of a
yeah.
house being torn down.
Here's an example of a house that once stood here. And it's now gone. Replaced by, well, backwards. Swirl, swirl. There you go. A gigantic basement. Which means that's going to be a pretty big building. I'd say half of the houses in this area have been torn down and replaced with these new ones. You'll see an old one now and then. I kind of like this block. These are all older houses. Oh, look at that fog. Donna better not get too far ahead of me, I'll lose her. Well, there's a series of like 4 of these Spanish style homes that are really nice, and then there's a bunch on the other side that are quite old. And the house across the street has an old Mustang in it, and it has been in pretty bad shape most of the time that I've walked here. But I think we can say, oh, I have to give you an example of the butchered tree. Yes, you must see the butchered tree. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Well, with that, we are now within a block and a half of being back to Donna's house, which is one of the old houses built in the 1930s. It's almost 100 years old. And it's every bit as lovely as these big boxes. Now there's a house over here. That's kind of nice. She was told by the insurance company she had to remove her vines and some of the trees, or they were going to cut her insurance. And she did tear down some trees, but she still has a lot of vines. Meanwhile, there's a speed demon up here. Yes, indeed. He has to pause and wait for me. There's another pretty nice house. So I will cross the street here and we will close this out with a look at the building in the fog across the street from Donna's house. It was almost clear when we left. Not quite, but it wasn't like this. I guess we're good. Oh, and here's another little native orange tree. They just spring out of the ground everywhere here. And now let's look at this sky behind us. Oh yeah. Crazy. I have been left in the dust. She's a good 100 feet ahead of me now. That's because she doesn't screw around like I do. Put a camera in my hand and I'm always stopping. Wow, look at this. The clouds are coming down. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. Aha, I have the key in my pocket. She does not. And she's not carrying a purse. So she will have to stay out here and await my arrival. And with that, I say, we have arrived. Bye-bye.